Now, moving on the state level PFAS actions, we can see that there's a lot more going on at the state level. There's at least 23 states that have enacted drinking water standards in the last, handful of months. Now, the governor of California recently vetoed a bill that would have required all products that contain PFAS to be registered with the state government effective in January 1st, 2026. That would have affected electronic equipment, but luckily the governor vetoed that and we dodged that bullet. And instead of approving that bill, he approved two other bills which ban PFAS in cosmetics and clothing. So rather than apply it to all products, California narrowed the scope and only applied it to cosmetics and clothing, which allowed us to, avoid that requirement. However, we are not out of risk in California for requirements because there is Proposition 65. And much like the European Union, Proposition 65 is addressing PFAS on a chemical by chemical basis. They've already added several PFAS compounds to the Proposition 65 list, and they are considering adding more. And what happens is that if anybody in California is at risk of exposure to any of these chemicals at unsafe levels, then a warning must be provided with the product so that they're warned of the potential risk of exposure. So this is a unique kind of requirement because companies face very large enforcement actions in the millions of dollars in settlements when they face these kind of enforcement actions on this. So this is something that industry needs to watch very closely. Looking at other states, we can see that the requirements that are coming out of most of the other states do not involve electronic equipment. So we see like Colorado has enacted a requirement which implements PFAS disclosure requirements, but only in things like carpets, food contact products, children's products, cosmetics, furniture. Again, avoiding electronic equipment as one of the target industries for their regulation. But then when we look at things like Maine and Minnesota, we can see they've implemented some PFAS reporting requirements for all products that are sold in their states, and that does include electronic equipment. So this is where the state level requirements are really driving the needs of the electronics industry to collect information from their supply chain and meet PFAS reporting mandates and upcoming restrictions.
Watch the full-length video and gain access to our full archive of educational webinars at greensofttech.com/videos. And while you're there, learn about our premier solutions for environmental regulation compliance.